you're hard on the church because we should expect so much of the church. That should be the core of truth and goodness, etc. A couple of comments, and then I'll go to, I want to drill in a little more to get you to define some things. But I was thinking after watching your video about the letter, is it really that bad? I mean, we're not going to be murdering people here, right? But the problem is, there was no Dachau in 1932, but there was in 33.
There was.
It can happen.
Well, that was
slowly,
that was just the concentration camps.
Yeah,
there were no death camps till like 42.
Yeah,
think about that. In other words, that the Nazis, they're not going to say, "Oh, we want to serve the devil and murder millions of women, children, old people." They're not going to say that. They're not stupid.
Yeah,
they're very, very smart.
No,
the devil is smart. That's why IQ is not. You can. So they use their intelligence for satanic evil, but we need to be clear that most people didn't see where it was going. And Bonhoeffer tried to wake them up. If you don't speak up now, if you don't get this now, where this is going, you will not have a voice in 5 minutes if you don't speak up now. You will be silenced. If you don't spend your money for God's purposes today, this money will be confiscated from you. You better get in the battle. Bonhoeffer was calling the church to that, and similarly, I'm one of a number of voices calling the church to that in America today, because we are precisely where Germany was in 33, 34, naively thinking that if we do nothing, it'll probably be okay. It will not, and it's clear that it won't.
I'm with you 100%. I'm thinking of another book that was, so I'm saying, yes, we need to be hard on the church. That's totally true, and it's our responsibility. Secularists as well, and I'm thinking of Albert Speer's book about Inside the Third Reich, where he basically explains from prison how probably wasn't a bad guy. He was, he got pulled into Hitler. It was self-justification to a great extent, but it's very easy to be fooled by people that are good at it.
Well,
right?
Look, this is like the way the mafia works, right? They just try to find some dirt on you. How can we manipulate you? How can we take your greed and use it against you, right? Like you want this, you want that, you want something for nothing, we'll get you. That's what the Nazis did. That's what the devil does. And that's what happened. I mean, it happened in Germany in the 30s, and it's happening now, where some people are flat out working for evil. But most people are just going along with it a little bit. Most people say, well, I'd like to keep my job. So I work for the FBI. I want my pension. I'll get it in 5 years. What's my job today? Oh, to smash down the door of someone who's a pro-life activist, to smash down the door of somebody who was on the Capitol grounds who did nothing. But you know what? It's my job. I'll do my job. I will go along with evil for my pension. Tell me what I need to do, because I don't want any trouble. I just want to get what's coming to me. And so everybody makes these compromises. Or I will go along with suppressing truth about the vaccines. Why? Because the price to speak these truths, I don't even know where it's going. I don't know my position on the vaccines, but I know that if I ask these questions, I'm going to lose something. Maybe, doctors were getting paid to go along to say, oh, you can't prescribe this, you can't. Everybody makes these tiny compromises with truth. And you don't need to be waving a flag for Hitler or the devil. You just need to go along with the lies, look the other way when something bad is happening. So to the extent that any of us participates in that, we are helping evil to win. And that's exactly what happened in Germany. You didn't need to be super pro-Nazi. You just needed to look the other way while they're doing what they're doing. Don't ask questions, because you might get thrown into a concentration camp. You might lose your job. You might be taken out of Gestapo headquarters. You don't want any trouble. Well, if you know God, you don't fear a little trouble, and you fear not doing what God has called you to do. And that's what it is to be the church. And that's what we in America have gotten. We've had it so good and so easy that we have forgotten that God asks us and expects us to do something, to pay certain prices. He's paid the ultimate price. If we know that, we're going to live differently. But I think that we've been lulled into inactivity and silence. And I think, taking the example of Bonhoeffer, we have to wake up yesterday, because the hour is very, very late.